meteorologist Stephen Jones.
Well, taking a look at our time lapse from today, you can see that wall-to-wall sunshine, just a beautiful Easter out there, really. So hopefully you had a happy Easter, Concho Valley. Getting towards that sunset, gonna see those temperatures starting to come down, already working their way through the 70s. And as we go towards this 10 p.m. hour, down into the 50s and 60s, 60 degrees here in town, 59 for Sterling City, gonna be that cool spot right now. Looks like 63 is the warmest spot for both Brady and Sonora, tying it out right now. So about 4 degrees of spread for temperatures across the Concho Valley. And when we're looking at those dew points, quite a bit more spread and a lot drier than what we saw yesterday when we had those dew points in the 60s. Now we're in the 50s and 40s, even had some 30s earlier today. Going to see this dry air continue to funnel in. Relative humidity indices anywhere from the 60s to the 70s, so not quite enough to support those storms and any of that cloud development. And you'll see on the moisture tracker more of the dry air starting to work into towards the area until we go into later portions of tomorrow and Tuesday. Start to even see those blues working into the Concho Valley and into Texas, and more of that on Wednesday as well. And with all this moisture in place and with the upper level pattern the way it is, look at how we see a little bit of an unsettled pattern starting to set up here, an active atmosphere for us into the Concho Valley. These short waves, these little wiggles in the atmosphere, going to be bringing us little short bursts of energy. And with that moisture in place, we're going to see some chances for some storms and rain showers going into the week ahead pretty much every day. As we start Tuesday and go into the weekend, going to see those continue. For now, yesterday's storms off towards the east, really targeting the Mississippi River Valley into East Texas. But as we go into the Tuesday time frame, you can see how it starts to push back in towards the Concho Valley. All of us in that level 1 out of 5 risk. Once again, Sterling County in that level 2 out of 5 risk right now for Tuesday's storms. So on the lookout once again for some of that severe weather as we're going into Tuesday. More of that hail, the high winds, and some of the isolated tornado threat, unfortunately. So for that current radar, you could see the storm system that moved through last night well off towards the east, producing tornadoes into Missouri and Illinois off towards the northeast. And then that storm system pushes in towards the Lone Star State right now, just towards the north of Houston. It looks like maybe towards Huntsville, still getting some of that rain. Over the Concho Valley, these clear skies we've been dealing with, the wall-to-wall sunshine we were looking at on the time lapse just a little bit ago. And as we go into the futurecast, more of that on the scoreboard for tomorrow as we're looking at it. But as we're going into the week ahead, take a look at how this changes going into Tuesday, where we see more of the moisture funneling in, cloud cover going to increase. And by Tuesday afternoon, we already see those storms ramping up off towards the west, towards Midland. This one wants to say 5 p.m. I wouldn't exactly focus on the time frame or positioning quite yet, but either way, wanting to kick up some storms Tuesday afternoon into evening, bring them into the Concho Valley into the evening as well, and working their way through about the midnight time frame is what it's looking like. And we're going to do it all again as we go into the Wednesday time frame. You can see those clouds on the increase, more storms forming up out of the west, and that's going to be kind of the moral of the story as we go through this work week ahead, where we see these rain chances popping up every day with just this kind of, like I said, unstable pattern in this active atmosphere across the entire area. For tonight, pretty chilly out there. 49 degrees is what I'm calling. Winds pretty light out of the east-southeast, at least after midnight, 5 to 10 miles an hour. Going into tomorrow, they really hold out of the southeast, 5 to 10 miles an hour. 85 degrees tomorrow, 85 degrees. So looking like a great day and pretty warm out there. If you were warm out there today, going to be even warmer tomorrow. And working through that 7-day forecast, you can see going to see the rain chances increase as we go into Tuesday afternoon and evening, 50 to 60% there by Wednesday. Overnight or daytime highs in the 80s, overnight lows in the 60s, and some of those upper 50s. By the end of the work week and into the weekend, we start to see those rain chances diminish just a little bit, but not all the way gone. 20 to 30% still around the area, with those daytime highs holding around that 80-degree mark. That's going to be all for your 7-day forecast, but stick around for more KSAN news coming up.